was so technical. The consequences of exchanging with Pereira are so high, but Ankalaev just did a fantastic job of shutting down the scariest guy in the division.
He was more aggressive, and that's why Magomed Ankalaev is now the light heavyweight champion of the world.
Was so tactical. The consequences of exchanging with Pereira are so high. But Ankalaev just did a fantastic job of shutting down the scariest guy in the division. He was more aggressive. And that's why Magomed is now the light heavyweight champion of the world. 6 months. That's how long Alex Pereira has been carrying the weight of what happened at UFC 313. 6 months since Magomed Ankalaev didn't just beat him, he dismantled him. He stripped away the mystique, turning the most dangerous man in the division into someone who looked ordinary. But here's what makes UFC 320 different from every other comeback story in combat sport. This isn't just about revenge. This is about a man who built his entire legacy on being unstoppable, finding out he wasn't, and spending every waking moment since figuring out how to fix that. A win for Pereira means redemption. He proves that his power can solve the one puzzle that's shut him down so far. A win for Ankalaev means control. The chance to silence anyone who still doubts whether he's the rightful king of light heavyweight. It all leads to the fight that defines this card. The scariest fighter the UFC has ever seen now faces his own boogeyman. Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev 2. To understand this rematch, we have to go back to UFC 313. 4-5 rounds, Magomed Ankalaev did the unthinkable. But dominant wins create hungry ghosts, and Pereira has spent the last 6 months chasing those ghosts, replaying every exchange, every scramble, every failed adjustment. Let's not forget who we're talking about. He is the most dangerous and destructive champion in the sport today. This is the same Alex Pereira who held 2 titles in glory, knocked out Israel Adesanya in MMA and kickboxing, and became a 2-division UFC champ faster than anyone thought possible. He iced Jamal Hill. He stopped Yuri Prochaska with a head kick at UFC 303. He stacks knockouts so clean they look scripted. When Pereira fights, it feels like violence is inevitable. That's why UFC 313 hit so hard. Ankalaev didn't just beat him, he stripped away the aura. And for Pereira, this isn't just about getting the belt back. It's about proving that night was a fluke. Now, let's talk about the champion. Ankalaev is not your typical Dagestani hammer. He's patient, almost conservative, more counter-striker than chain wrestler. He's a southpaw, sneaky fast, and fight-ending. His 9-fight unbeaten streak before taking the belt showed a guy who dismantles opponents, not overwhelms them. And at 205, that kind of composure is lethal. But make no mistake, Ankalaev's win at 313 worked because of pressure. He kept Pereira thinking about takedowns instead of knockouts. Forced clinches drained energy. It wasn't flashy, but it was smart, and he knows he has to repeat it. Here's where it gets interesting. Pereira has been grinding with Glover Teixeira, drilling takedown defense like his life depends on it. He knows what's coming, the clinches, the level changes, the grind. The scary part is, Pereira is the kind of fighter who learns fast. If he can keep this standing in the center, it's only a matter of time before that left hook or those leg kicks detonate again. So, the question isn't just who's better. It's whether Pereira can adapt faster than Ankalaev can repeat. If Pereira cracks the code, Ankalaev could be staring up at the lights. If Ankalaev drowns him again, we're not talking about a bad night anymore. We're talking kryptonite.